Welcome back to episode 18 of the KBA. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. If you like this, come back every day for a new video. We might get to the point where these videos, maybe they're not coming out every day, but instead every other day. Just because, we are 18 episodes in, but we are in 2021. We've done a lot, and who knows how much longer this will go on for. Um, we did a lot of gameplay last episode. So this episode we're gonna probably get to a few different seasons. All right, sorry, some of this being a little difficult, but we did a lot of gameplay, but we're gonna try and get through some seasons. Like I said, Tony Parker probably gonna let you go. Yeah. Pau Gasol. All right, we already said no. J.R. Smith is calling it. I'm gonna say no to JR. Vujicic and Chris Hunt, they're done. They've given up. Lou Will. Okay. JJ Redick also given up. LaMarcus also calling it. Adam Morrison calling it. Hall of Fame, just Powell, so 9-time All-Star. Oh, I don't know how that's a Hall of Fame career, but okay. Jersey retirements, just Lual and Powell. Okay. Historic changes. Rising stars is now rookies or sophomores. And then the NBA draft lottery. Top four. Kings get the fourth pick. Believe it or not, the Celtics are the sixth best odds, and the Celtics have jumped into the top four, it said earlier, while we was waiting to get to the top few picks. So the Nets get third. Promise, I have nothing to do with the Celtics doing this. All I did was the Dwight Howard trade, which you guys saw, and Dwight Howard was one of the best players in the league at the time. Hawks and the Celtics are the two teams left. They had a 9% chance, and they get the number one pick. Okay, and the reason that they have a pick is because Orlando's pick last year didn't convey to them, so they got this year's instead, and it jumps to number one. Again, I have nothing to do with this, so please don't think I do. NBA draft. I think Mobley is first, maybe Cade. It depends. They take Mobley. Wow. That team is crazy. So Scotty Barnes and Jaren. Okay. Brooklyn traded LeBron and they get Franz to replace him. Wow, they just said Franz isn't the fastest or strongest player. They were like dissing him in this bottom left them corner thing here, but Cade and then that's Davion Mitchell. Sengun goes to the Spurs. Jalen Green goes to the Wizards. Giddy Hawks. Wow, Giddy 79 and they wow, okay. I know Evan Mobley was like a 80, 81 overall in real life, but Scotty Barnes was not an 82. No way. Franz was not an 80. Giddy. Wow. Kaminga goes to the Cavs. Jared Butler. Trey Murphy goes also to the Wizards. Okay. Free agency. So Drummond is unrestricted. The Kings look like they're going to get him. People are going for Tatum, but he's restricted. A bunch of restricted guys. Let's go right to player progression and let's view what the league is going to look like. So this team had a finals run. Tatum broke his wrist in the finals, so we actually didn't get to see him in all the gameplay, but this team was in the finals. They lost in 6, but Anthony Simons is getting better. Malachi Flynn also is getting better. Orlando, so LaMelo is here. Oh, this is why he wasn't starting. Okay. Maybe he goes Castle and Vassell. This team, Lowry's getting worse, but they got Jonathan Isaac and Sabonis getting better. Zeke Naji as well. This team, Ramon Sessions is getting worse. Petro is now a sub 80 overall. The Grizzlies are good. Lonnie Walker's getting better. This team has got, so Dwight actually left. Got a 2-year deal with the Hornets where he also played in real life, but Julius Randle's here. Garrison Moncrief, Matisse Thybulle. What did you do for steals? 1.5. Okay. Wiggins. Okay. This team, fine, I would assume. Yep, they're all getting better. The Sixers, still a good team. Haven't been able to do too much yet, though. Kevin Love is here. Garland has jumped up a lot, as well as Kevin Herter. De'Aaron jumps up 3. They had a big draft. They drafted Jalen Green and Trey Murphy and that's Keon Johnson. This team, so Dennis Smith is gone. This team's kind of stuck. This team's getting better. They've got to start Mobley, don't they? I mean, unless they run a season with Zion at the 3, Luka at the 2, I guess we try that. Goes down in overall, but who cares? He's still good. Or do we make him the 1 full time and then Lonzo the 2 since he's kind of better off guard? I guess, and then we make Zion a 3 for the season. Maybe that changes at some point. Who knows? Clippers, still a fun team and young. So this team has Chris Middleton, Andre Roberson, John Jaren, hey, together here in real life. They both get drafted here, really? That's kind of funny. And then they also got Scotty Barnes. Okay. Jazz, Kings, Knicks kind of stuck a little as well. This team, Wiseman jumps, okay. This team is still young. This team traded LeBron for Wendell. He gets better in their picks. They got Franz this year. This team is just looking better and better by the year. Whoa, big drop from LeBron. Can't imagine he's going to be too bad, but they won a ring, so they don't. Who cares? You trade away picks, but you won. So this team wasn't even in the conference final last year. Now that I think about it, they must have had some injuries. I don't know. I can't believe they're able to keep all these guys financially. Markel, we're gonna put him at the 2 for them because they got Kemba. So let's do that. Spurs. Dame just gets stuck, man. In real life and here. Booker, inner ear infection. That's a crazy injury to have. This team's getting better down low. Portland. DeAndre Ayton is for real a 90 overall. This team. Some of these teams just seem stuck, man. Ant-Man is jumped. Then we're back at the Pelicans. All right. We've got the 2022 draft coming up. He did it again. He's 33. Let's see. This MVP has me feeling great. It only goes to those that have great teams to success, and that's what matters the most. 7 MVPs. Oh my. 7 MVPs and 4 rings. I think it's safe to say Kevin Durant is officially the greatest player of all time. Magic had, I think, 5 rings, sure. But one of those he technically got before KBA even started. This is, I think this is more impressive, even though, again, he only won 3 finals MVPs because AD won one. But Kevin Durant is officially the GOAT. There's nothing you could say. Sengun wins Rookie of the Year. Michael Porter wins Sixth Man of the Year. I always forget. Michael Porter always seems so much more younger to me than the 2018 draft. LeBron still wins DPOY. I mean, does it say how many? No. I was hoping it would tell us because I don't know if I'm going to be able to count this. Oh, it doesn't even have it up here because I just got so much stuff. But it's at least 13. 13 Defensive Player of the Years. Mikel, and then Indiana's still the 1 seed. So Westbrook taking a drop. D'Lo's still here. Durant, AD is here. Embiid. Luka and Lonzo both are here. Giannis, Randall, and Cousins. Dame. And Steph. Ben Simmons, Dale Valentine, and James Wiseman. Yeah, taking that jump. Defensive teams. Let's look at some of our rookies. 12. 10 and 6. Giddey, 13. Scotty Barnes, good player. Jalen Green, bucket. LeBron replacement. Kuminga. So the Clippers are the 1 seed and the Pacers, the Pelicans are the 2 seed. Finally, a year where the Suns aren't the 2 seed. Houston, Knicks, Timberwolves, and Bulls all out. Let's see how this goes. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 on both sides. Again, just like last year. But instead, the Suns and the Nuggets knock out the 1, 2 seed, and the Pistons knock out the 2 seed as well. So we've got this team is back, almost 590 overalls versus the defending champions. Or Denver, who's got, okay, so Denver has emerged now. Yeah, this might be Phoenix's last year of making it this far. Oh, well, maybe they're about to win, so we'll see. So the conference final MVPs are here now. Okay. These teams are just so crazy. Ooh, Indiana's up 3-2. Melo and Bosch have spent their whole careers there, I believe. Because why would they leave? Ooh, all right. Well, we got to jump in. LeBron, Steph, and Boogie might be going back to back. We'll see if they can. Camera, let's look at some stats, see what's going on. Melo, Booker, and Bosch all got 20. No foul outs, please. None yet. And then we've got Valentine, Curry, and Marks all have 20, while Boogie and Braun are having the greatest games. No foul outs. Perfect. We get to watch some of the guys. Melo. Coming off the screen. He didn't hit him. Okay. Melo's not the passing type. Oh, Close. All right, Pacers up 1. They have the ball. It's in Steph's hands. They dump it down low to Boogie. Chris Bosh. And he fouls him. All right, these are going to be big free throws from Boogie. Knocks the first one up. Puts him up 2. And he misses the second. And Space is just holding the ball. Okay. Melo has a chance to tie or win the game. He drives and gets packed. Gets absolutely swatted by Dale Valentine. And he makes the first. If he makes the second, it's probably wraps. And he does. All right. It's a 4-point game. I guess anything's possible. Aaron Holiday's open, but he misses. Indiana will be back-to-back NBA champions after acquiring LeBron 2 off seasons ago. Curry wins Finals MVP this time, almost 3 steals a game, which is ridiculous, but player retirements. Tyson Chandler will let you go. Joe Johnson. A lot of people go to Brooklyn to end off their career. Wade went to Atlanta, calling it quits. Chris Bosh, I believe we already told him. Him and Melo. Do we let them both go? I feel like it's criminal to let Carmelo go. But if we let them both go at the same time, it's such a cool moment. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Dwight's still a good player, but we're losing a lot of great players. Looks like Brandon Roy tore a career-ending injury. He was at the end of his career anyways, for sure. But it's always that last year that players go. Sore left knee. Okay, I'm no to Gasol. But do we let Melo? I hate that he's a 95. I hate that Bosh is going out at an 88. But honestly, if Bosh isn't there, I don't think that Melo's they're gonna be. So I'm gonna let him. I can't believe I'm letting him go. Hall of Fame, so many guys. All right, so Carmelo won 1 MVP, 17-time All-Star, 2-time champ. No final MVP though. But yes, 100% deserves to be in there. Chris Bosh, same team, 1 MVP as well. Won both the final MVPs. Was one of the best big men we had. Dwayne Wade, no MVPs, no championships, tons of defensive teams, okay? Dwight Howard gets a 1 ring. A couple All-NBA teams. And then Joe Johnson. Wow, I'm surprised. 9-time All-Star, no rings. I can't believe that this is a Hall of Fame career. But, okay, jersey retirements. A lot of them. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Historic changes. Take foul. All league teams will be positionless. Okay, and then all defensive teams will be positionless. And we got a couple logo things. Draft lottery. I will be back when we are at our top few picks. The Spurs have had some rough times. They had been giving up their previous picks to the Celtics, and now they just gave it up to the Bulls. So I don't know what they're doing, but Knicks got 4th. There are 3 left. The Miami Heat, they got Anthony Edwards last year, and they might be getting another first pick. Or not last year. That was like 2 or 3 years ago now. But Hornets. So it's the Nets and the Heat, the 2 teams that traded Chris Paul and LeBron last episode. The Heat get back-to-back first overall picks. All right. The draft, we've got an automatic. Let's watch the Miami Heat take Jabari Smith instead of Paolo. Okay. So I assume Paolo goes second to okay. Paolo and Franz are teammates again. That's so crazy. First John and Jaron, and then are isn't Shea on the no, Shea is on the Kings, I think. Is Shea on the Shea might be on the Hornets and Chet just got drafted there. And then the Bulls take Ivy. Okay. Shane Sharp, Cavs, Johnny Davis, Dyson Daniels. Take a look if you want anyone else in the first round. Walker Kessler goes to the Pistons. And then free agency. Derrick Rose is unrestricted. So is Jokic. Teams trying to go. Jazz trying to steal him away. LeBron might be returning on a 1-year deal, just like himself in real life. Suns lose Melo and Bosch, and they try and get Luka. All right. Player progression. See what these teams do. This team's getting old, but they're still 490 overalls. They could totally three-peat. This team's starting to get worse because everyone is over 30. Oh, although they lost. Oh, they lost Derrick Rose. Oh, okay. So the first domino has fallen from this team. That's interesting. Yeah, this team is so bad. This team is so bad. I mean, they got Sengun, I guess. But man, that team is just so bad. Booker's kind of by himself, although they went crazy in free agency. So they lose Melo and Bosch, but they signed players onto 3-year deals just to replace them that easily. The Thunder, they did trade Greg Oden at one point last year. I don't remember for who. For KCP, actually. This team, Harden's getting worse. This team just, I feel like this team is like, sure, they've got almost 490 overalls, but I feel like that we haven't seen them at all. Ant's gotten better and better. Bargnani's getting worse. Team's old, but they got Jabari down there. This team's getting old and worse as well. Cassell. I meant to trade this guy, but maybe that's something we do now because LaMelo is a real player. And it is happening. They're trading for Bagley. This team could use a guard with Giannis. We just saw giving up a Milwaukee lottery protected first and Cassell for Bagley. So now this team looks like this. Better. Because LaMelo team looks better now. Younger, more well-rounded. Some of these teams, it's like, yikes. I mean, this team's still good. That team is still good too, but I feel like we haven't seen them do much yet either. Halliburton, super efficient from 3. So Chet is what over here. Okay. Sixers, the Bucks, which I feel like sometimes it's too late to trade some of these guys, but hey, De'Aaron, Trae Young is a hooper. Jermaine Davis, Luka. This team is look how young. Their top 8 players are all 24 and younger. That's not 8. That's 6 players, but still. Yeah, I guess this is how we're gonna keep the lineup with Zion at the 3. He averaged a career high in points too. This team is just so crazy, and they got Mobley. This team might go on a run, man, with all their pick. I mean, look at this. So second pick, first pick, fifth pick, but first pick, and then they were like six. Precious Achua, what was he? He was 12th. Obi Toppin was fifth. They had such a run with picks after trading Dwight. This team is still young and fun. Team's getting better. Probably gonna make Barnes a 3, right? I think that makes the most sense. Let's make Barnes a 3 right now so I don't forget. Perfect. There we go. The Jazz, Wiggins, valuable player. This team is just so crazy. They get Cade. I forgot that Cade was here. Okay. Maybe it's Dante Exum's time. Dante Exum and Wiggins, man. Might be your guys' time. Looking at some of these teams that were left. And there we go. So there are people in free agency because we just didn't see Derrick Rose. So that's not great. Wiggins is going to New York to play alongside Westbrook and Porzingis. And Dante Exum is going to play with Garland and Kevin Love. This is the draft of all drafts. Victor, what is the Sporting News draft projection talking about? No way you have somebody. Who do they have at 1? Or a 2? No, them. They have a Sar Tom, not even a Men Thompson. This is another one of the probably greatest draft classes of all time when it's all said and done. So that's going to be a crazy draft to look forward to. So Zion wins MVP, 27 and 8. He's only 22 years old. Jabari wins Rookie of the Year. Obamba, 6th Man of the Year. It just doesn't stop. I don't understand how it's so crazy to me. Trae Young, wow, he most improved. Wow, Colin Sexton, 26 a game. The Celtics, we have our greatest team of all time, 73 and 9 for the Boston Celtics. I have not been what you can see up here. I have been controlling the Sacramento Kings this whole time, so did not know this was happening. Wow. So someone finally stole KD's MVP from him, but he was second because now this is positionless. So he was second. AD was third. Giannis and Trae Young. Okay. Colin Sexton was 6th in MVP. That's just so crazy. Luca, D'Lo, JT, Steph Curry was here. James Wiseman is making All NBA. Yes, you're proving me right that I wasn't crazy thinking you could have been one of those guys when you originally got drafted. Defensive team. So AD was close. Rookies, let's see. So Chet, wow, per 36, man. Paolo needs to start. I don't know who the hell is starting over him, but he needs to go and start. Wow, Portland's the 1 seed. They had to have signed. They definitely signed somebody. There's no way that Portland's the 1 seed with that old team. Somebody was left in free agency that they signed, right? No, this is. I mean, Michael Porter Jr. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think he was on that team, but that's crazy. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 6. Okay, so Pelicans lose because of Denver. Denver is a good team, though. I don't know how they were so low. Toronto and Indiana. It's that matchup again, and Toronto wins this time. Okay. Jokic versus Durant. And the winner is Kevin Durant. Yeah, officially the GOAT. He averaged 33, 7, and 7. 1.5 steals, 1.5 blocks on 50, 50, 100. Wow. No. See, it's got to be when they hit year 20. Year 20 is when they make them retire. I'm saying no. Tyrus Thomas. Wow, LeBron was really about to go out with this week old class, bro. All right, Hall of Fame, nobody, because we told LeBron not to. Rodney Stuckey, historic changes. NBA Cup is here. Players must see one of the best rules that they've added in recent history: the 65 game eligibility. Implement coaches challenge. All-star teams. 4 all games left. 4. What is this talking about? Of course they have 4 time quarters. Okay. I don't really know why that would be something that would change. But so let's look. This is the Wemby sweepstakes. So the Wizards, the Sixers, man, and the Spurs, the Heat are shortly after. All right, we'll see how it goes. Washington, who at the number 1 odds, fell to 5. Heat fall to 4. Or I think the Heat actually stay at 4. That's where they were. The Sixers, let's go to 3. Is this Spurs one of the teams left? Oh, you were so close, San Antonio. All those years of giving away draft picks almost paid off. I don't even know who's first. The Bulls? Wemby's going to be a Chicago Bull via Brooklyn. Oh, that sucks, Brooklyn. What did you give up that gave that away? I don't know. NBA draft. I mean, if they pass up on this, okay. 7-4 Victor Wembanyama. Brandon Miller goes 2. Yep. Everything checks out here. Scoot goes 3 like in real life. I don't think he would go in a redraft. I think it would probably be a man. Heat are about to trade something. Let me think. So the Heat I'm gonna say no. No way. They have Anthony Edwards in that, and they get a Sar Thompson, who I'll probably make a 3 when we look at rosters later. And a men goes to Washington with De'Aaron. Okay. You're still happy if you get any of those top 5, probably. I mean, Philly maybe got the worst, but yeah, here's the rest of the first round. Free agency. A lot of unrestricted guys. Embiid might be leaving. Westbrook. Okay. John, Zion, and everything. LeBron even. Just for 1 year? Of course it is. All right. Player progression. So here's this team. I mean, they were just in the I don't know what they were in, but they were the 1 seed. Here's this team. So this who they just draft. They just drafted a SAR, who we are gonna make a 3. So hopefully they start something like Davion, Edwards. Probably not gonna start a SAR because you got these guys. Jabari Smith and I guess Goga. Pelicans. Did they just draft somebody or no? Grady Dick was the 24th pick. Team's looking rough. Tatum's pretty much by himself now. Lamelo's the guy still. Kyle Lowry is hurt. Fractured the right leg. Yikes. This team is still crazy. That team, I want to see some success by these guys over here. The Chet jumps up big time. Embiid is gone. So is Dante Exum. Hopefully these guys just aren't sitting in free agency. Probably gonna make him in a 3 so he can play minutes. It's not backed up behind Jalen Green. Let's do that. And he's really a point guard. What other small forward? Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna put all this on for both those guys so men can start. Bulls. Rudy. I've got to do the same thing. You're not current Rudy, 4-time DPOY winner Rudy, so I have no problem putting you off the bench for your French brother. This team's getting there. This team is filtering in the young guys, getting rid of the old guys like they should. This team is just, oh my gosh. This team is so crazy. They're like the new Detroit Pistons for the IDs already, and they're all under 25 overall. Or 25 overall. 25 years old, I meant. It's a nice little 3-man there. Sounds crazy, but this team is getting better. Who'd they? Oh no, they traded Dante. Yeah. Wiggins is here for his new team. Wiseman and Ingram's a duo. Paolo. Okay, we'll be starting. Franz already is plateaued. That's crazy. Denver. LeBron is here on a 1-year deal, so he'll be probably retiring, even though, again, he's about to be like 41 this year, but he's going to retire this early. This team, again, lost Derrick Rose. I don't even know where Derrick Rose ended up last year. Then we're back here. We got to see how many people are in free agency because, again, that was another year. We didn't see Derrick Rose. And we have officially entered the modern era. We are all caught up. FIBA tournament. LeBron can finally get his farewell tour. Scouting. This is just the draft class that just finished their rookie year. But yeah, let's see. Free agents. This is so ridiculous that all these players are here. There's no way we should have 10 plus 85 overalls. And especially 90s in free agency. I will see where they go. All right, a lot of the tops signed after the first day. Guess we can see transaction report. So the Nuggets, or do they just add a year onto his deal? What a weird. Why did that happen? I don't know. Jimmy, but why is this all happening? Clint Capella, everyone signing 2-year deals? Like, what's going on? I don't understand why everything is now 2-year deals. But those are All right. Now Luca wins MVP. And these numbers are not great. And we saw that Derrick Rose signed there. So now I'm worried that this team just did like something like even more historic than last year. So Vic wins Rookie of the Year. Cole Anthony wins Sixth Man of the Year. Probably should have won Most Improved if we're being honest. ADDPOY. Oh, he did win Most Improved. Okay. Jason Tatum wins Clutch Player. Okay, 65 wins. Here's your first team, second team, third team, defensive teams. Yeah, I don't know what happened with the salary stuff. I went to go look at it, and I don't know if maybe me looking at it and like seeing if I could make it higher, like reset the salary cap or anything like that. But I don't know why some of those players just signed for like $7 million. But hopefully it's fixed. And hopefully the salary cap isn't like now reset because now players are just gonna be not getting picked up. But 1, 2, 3, 4 out east, 1, 3, 4. So the OKC Thunder with Giannis, they get swept though. The Celtics versus the Pelicans. So Tatum versus Luca. We've seen this before. Tatum also averaged 34 and 9. Luca averaged 20 and 12. And the Celtics just handle it. 22, 7 and 9 for Luca. LeBron is calling it. This guy's calling it. I guess we let Chris Paul go, even though he was just in a final. Although, yeah, we have to let him go. Greg Oden's gone. Everyone goes to Brooklyn to end their career. And I don't understand it. Marcus Saul, we already told him no. Al Horford's gone. Dante Green. I mean, I guess if Chris Paul's out, Drew's out. All right, Hall of Fame, LeBron. Okay. 4 MVPs, 16 Defensive Player of the Years. 16 Defensive Player of the Years, and he was in the league for 21 years. He won 16 of his 21 years. I mean, that's just so crazy. That is insane. Chris Paul, 12 All-Stars, but nothing much other than those. Marcus Gasol, same All-Stars, but probably shouldn't make the Hall of Fame either, but whatever. Jersey retirements. Makes sense. I can't believe Indiana's not retiring LeBron's jersey. He helped you win two rings, but sure. Historic changes, so just logos and every logo. It's like just completely switched. Okay. League meetings should be nothing. And then draft lottery. We're just gonna skip to this one. So Philly gets first, Rockets second, Spurs third, Suns, and then Spurs also get fifth. NBA draft. Let's make it automatic. See who goes first. Alex Sarr makes sense. Houston takes Risa Shea. Okay. Paul George is old now, so it makes sense. The Spurs take Reese Shepherd to play with Dame. Wish they got a different position, but they have another pick. Maybe they'll make up for it. The Suns take Modest. And they take Castle, who's another guard. I mean, okay. Here's the first round. Zach Edey falls to 26. Okay. Yves Missy falls to 30. And let's see free agency. Okay, so free agency is all messed up now. That really sucks. Nobody is expecting any money. Nobody's expecting over six. Oh, what? Why? Why are those guys expecting so much money? All right. Well, I guess the NBA had a little bit of a down period to where they had to cut back, and now their salary cap has reset. Um, but now nobody's going to get signed. Literally nobody. All right. Well, I apologize for that. And our last save file goes back way too far. It goes back to 2020. I'm not going back 5 years for the salary cap because this is messed up. But there's probably so many people in free agency that this is just gonna like screw up the entire league now. Um, we are at the point where draft classes are done. I am only going to do 25 and 26 if we continue. This is where we're stopping this episode. After I did this with the salary cap, I'm going to need to determine if we are going to continue with this or not. Because again, the salary cap is all sorts of messed up now. And although I guess it's the same amount of players that have been there anyways. So we will start next episode, I guess. Either next episode we will review history, see what happened, or we will be continuing on with everything just like it was, and we will see the end of these current players' careers. But yeah, all right. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I'm sorry for the salary cap stuff messing up. Kind of sets this back, and I now really need to determine because it sets the salary cap back, and I can't imagine it's going to go up from the max contract of $6 million all the way to back to where it was, where we were at people getting 45 million a year. So I might test it, see how gradually it increases. But this was fun, whether it is the last episode or not. Or well, one of the last episodes if we continue, or if we stop here. Whether or not you will get at least one more of these, because it'll either be me wrapping up the series or we will just keep continuing. But thank you for watching.